Yeah, so I'm just I figured it'd be cool to do a stream on doing the RGB LEDs. I didn't do any testing. I did nothing. I just kind of went on and said, let's just go, let's just wing it. I'll be soldering these LEDs. This little guy here. It's got 4 terminals for red, green, blue, and it's VCC over there. I think that's the side for it. But instead of soldering by hand, which is going to be kind of hard for these, I'm going to be pasting them and then baking them in an oven. So, hey, what's up, Foba? So yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna be pasting these RGB LEDs. Maybe we'll get, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get purple, magenta, teal today. It's kind of like experimentation. I didn't do any testing at all. I'm gonna wing it and see how it goes. Easy bake oven. Yeah, and what I'll do is, just show you. That's the board. I'll show this side first. I put it in a panel so it's easier to do many at once. And that's the LED right here. This tiny guy. And I'll show the oven real quick. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so there it is. Just pop it right in there. Make it a little bigger. Yeah, so here it is. That's my easy bake oven. Get this thing plugged in. Probably a little bright. You can't see that image. Well, no, you can't see it. But basically, I'll have oh, there it is, adjusting. I'll have these little menus here. Profile. You run a profile, meaning how the solder paste is gonna flow. And then we got bake. I don't use bake often. That's more for when your parts have humidity in them. You want to bake the humidity out. Actually, on the arcade, they do the same thing. They have an oven kind of like that, and they just bake the parts. Here's a bigger view. Focus. So yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use this stuff here. It's solder paste. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's like it's got other materials in it, and it's got solder in it as well. And the whole point of it is you're gonna bake this solder paste with the parts on them, so then it evaporates all that stuff around the solder, but leaves just the solder alone. I might be able to get it so you can see it happening. Not sure how possible it's gonna be. It takes about 10 minutes to bake, and then if you go here, hopefully you can see that okay. That's the stencil. So if you look, it's just like a stainless steel cutout. And what you do is you put your board on here and you just kind of lay it on top, and you see how it's like just kind of goes on there, and it exposes the pads. I'll put some paste on here, and then with that paste I'm going to smear on, using like a business card, I'm going to smear it on here, and then when I'm done I'll pop this open and there should be solder paste everywhere. And that's the goal. try to make it so it's I don't know, super easy. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to look at. But I'm probably gonna need Steph to help me hold the camera while I'm doing the solder paste, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to hold the solder paste and squeegee and do all this. There's just no way to do it. So I'm gonna go. I got my schematic diagrams here. Okay. I mean, there's only two ways, right? I have a 50-50 shot to getting this right. Let me go find Steph, and then yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll go find her, and then she'll hold it. I'll get some gloves on, and we'll just start pasting. I'll probably paste them all in one shot, and then I'll stick them on the side, just so I can get the mess out of the way, because it can get really messy. Solder paste is super messy. She's sneaking behind me. She's camera shy. she's gonna melt if she goes on a camera. Yeah, she's the backup. So I'm gonna keep this window big. Here, I'm gonna continue the camera. And I'll let you know if you got a good shot. Over here. Got it?
I think so.
Point it like right here. At the stainless steel sensor. Like, I guess that's good. Yeah, that looks good. And then you're gonna want to point like right here. Yeah, that's perfect. So you can see everything. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna try this. I've never done it with this before, so I'm gonna just place that like that. Make sure it's all aligned. I think it looks pretty good. I think. Huh?
Double check just
Double
in case
check?
the eyes are off.
No, it's good.
Cool.
You can see everything. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, this is as a line as I could probably get it. Yeah, I mean, we'll just go that way. So, stick that there. Holy crap, it's tight.
I use muscles.
You don't have muscle. Alright. I mean, it looks like not a lot, but it's actually kind of a lot of paste. So let's try the first bottom run. let's take a look. So it looks pretty good. I mean, you see how the pads, you see too, right? You see how like the paste kind of is off the pad a little bit? It's not a big deal. It actually kind of, I don't know, it kind of just sucks to the metal. So you're really not gonna, you can make it pretty messy and it won't actually bleed into each other. So, I mean, that's pretty good. What about this one? That's pretty good too. Yeah, I mean, that works. That looks pretty good. And this is the last one. This camera's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like super good. What this stuff is. Crud. Alright, that's it then. So that looks, that's awesome. So, let's just place it for now. Move this camera over. We need more cameras. It's too hard. Alright. So, let's make sure that the orientation is the way I want it. So the way I have it is 4 is top left. That's 4. Yeah. So if I'm looking at this correctly, it's low? Yeah, make it higher. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think the right way is going to be like this. I hope that solders. I've never used it this small, like for LEDs. So I hope it solders okay. Just to make sure. 4 stripes on the bottom. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. So let's give it a shot. Let's put all the LEDs on first. I mean, what do you guys think? Does it look correct? Full body. Do you think it's right? We'll find out. No idea. Well, we're gonna find out, so. Wow, that's like, I mean, I follow the footprint dimensions pretty spot on, but I guess they allow for some tolerance. So you see what I'm doing here? Pretty much every Odin you've ever seen is built this way. Murzon is just sitting there, just pasting all this stuff. As one bakes, he places the other to paste it. He's a machine. I'm pretty much following their footsteps. Alright, so that's that. So since it's RGB, I have to have 3 different resistors. I think the way I have it is, I think this is red. Let's see which one's red. 3 is blue. So I think this is blue. It doesn't matter in the end. I'm gonna have all the combinations. So we're just gonna throw the resistors on there and see what happens. So I think for this particular board, I guess this section of this board, I'm gonna put them all on. So the value that I use right now for all the single color LEDs, I'm gonna just put it on to, I guess not full brightness, but close to full brightness. And we don't want them all on, right? Because if they're all on, it'll be white. That's what I imagined this past week with Layer on vacation. Yeah, he's well. I think Layer he's definitely handling the mechanical stuff, but I think Murzon does it in a separate workshop. So if I go on Discord, I think I pasted a color wheel on there. Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. So magenta should be no green, but all red and all blue. Okay. So we just need the red and blue. So we're gonna just, for this board, what we'll do is we're gonna, I guess, only populate 2 resistors for each section and see how it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Remember, I didn't try this beforehand, so this is all just messing around right now. Yeah, for science. Alright, let's believe it or not, these parts, I mean, they're small, but by electronic standards, they're kind of still big. Believe it or not, this is still better than hand soldering. This is so much more room for error on this one. I could kind of mess up one and it still solders. I was doing I did 155 boards for the single colors, and believe it or not, I soldered all 155 of them using this technique in one day, right? In one day, and they all came out great. I think maybe like 10, one kind of, when they solder, they call it tombstone. They kind of flip up, and yeah, it was great. Can't believe how good it was. Made it so much easier. Cause if I go to the factory for, I mean, I have to go to the factory sometimes for for complicated stuff like the DKO that was very complicated. Doing it by hand would be a big pain. I might be able to do it this way, but I don't know. If the demand's going to be as much as I think it is, I don't know if I could do it by hand. I'd be able to have quality issues. But I'll prototype with them for sure. I mean, so I know you guys do modding and stuff, but do you guys know anything at all about like LEDs and lighting them up, or I don't know what you guys like your background is. I know you mod stuff, but I don't know if you know to the level of LEDs and how to make our RGB LEDs work. So I know one person on here last time on the stream, they actually did know a bunch of stuff. They were asking questions too. So I don't know if like if you guys are like mad scientists, like V or Foulbot, if you guys have like a secret lab downstairs, like a lot of people do in the FGC. Just lucky. I mean, that means there's times you're unlucky, right? I don't think you understand how many times I've blown things up before I got good at not blowing them up. Quite a bit. Like the first DKO board I had, I forgot a to put the select button line in there, the traces, and I got crap. So I tried soldering them. I fried the board. $100, gone, just like that. All that work, 6 weeks, 7 weeks waiting for protos. I still had 4 more, but still, it kind of like disheartens you. Just start to cry. And speaking DKO, I'm super happy that X input is working. I've been playing Tekken with my with the new code. I mean, I don't know. I know people say, oh, 1 millisecond input lag or 2 millisecond. I don't feel anything. It might be a few milliseconds for all I know, but I know you guys have the Magicians, and that has like what, almost a millisecond delay. Half a second delay, and no one seems to complain at all about it. People actually are pretty fine with it. I think for a USB anyway, you can't go faster than 1 millisecond. You just can't report it faster than that. The computer won't allow you. As far as I know. I mean, I'm not an expert. Yeah, well, see, I used to be afraid to break things. And that's because if I broke it, I was kind of out a good amount of money. So I never used to work my car or anything. Now I have some money, you know, I got income, and now I don't really care about breaking stuff too much, but still. And ever since I had my one job as a manufacturing engineer, I was curious to see, not curious, but I was working with a bunch of machines, And you know, you get curious about them. You figure out how to use them or not use them. But like when they're down and you gotta go fix them factory floor, there's tons of pressure on you. And these are machines that you don't even understand how to use because it's a new machine. I remember one time this was a resin pumping machine. It was like, I don't know, it was probably a $40,000 machine, and it was down. And I think every hour the machine was down, we were losing a few $1,000s. So everyone's looking at me, saying, "Hey, when are you gonna fix this, Joe?" And it's just in the middle of your day, so it gets super stressful. So ever since that job, I kind of just, not that I don't care, it's just I'm not afraid really to break something. But I know a lot of people who mount their sticks, I mean, I understand if you get something wrong, you can cause some smoke. You're out like let's say somebody buys Magician, right, and they spend what, $36, and then all of a sudden they blow it up, they break their stick. They're out like at least $36. So I understand being afraid to not do it. Yeah, controller's no big deal. Then again, some of these sticks are really expensive, man. My brother, I think what does he have? Alma Crystal or something? I forget what it's called. It was like $300. It's a lot of money. It's on sale too. You don't want to break that thing. You could fix it, but still. So let's see. I got those two. Those two, so those two. VLX Diamond, I don't know what it was. I forgot. Actually, he forgot his, hold on, let me show you. He bought some stuff from Paradise Arcade and he forgot his, like this cover that goes over the buttons. So, his stick, he actually bought, the Shuriken, right? And he reviewed it on our site. So he has a picture of it with, the case on there. I forget what his name's on there, but it shows the picture. I forget what it was. I really don't remember the names too much. So that should go in the bottle now. Big white and blue. No, I don't think it's white and blue. No, you know what it is? It's kind of like, it's all black, and when you press the buttons, there's like these on the top panel, like the top face, on the upper spot of it, there's like these like red squares. When you press a button, it lights up the red squares. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it opens up. Yeah, same idea. It opens up like a clamshell, and it has like maybe dragon. I don't know what it's called. I know when you open it up, it has this nice felty cover in the bottom, and it looks like almost like dragon scales. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's super heavy too. It's nice. He doesn't really like make his own sticks. He'd rather just buy it. Yeah, it's the component shield. It's for the, yeah, it protects all the buttons and the joystick. It just clips in. But yeah, he bought some buttons from Paradise Arcade, the MX board with the MX switch. He really likes it. I don't know, I think I told people before, I didn't really get into arcade sticks until, I don't know, until I started doing this stuff, right? Like, I don't know, 8 months ago? 9 months ago, I started playing with one. I like building stuff for them, but I started playing, and it took me a month to do, so I'm not well versed in just stick models and anything. I just use the Buttercake Bomber. I'm super happy. Hey, I can get Brawler, Marauder, and Tekken 7 just fine with that thing. Alright, so we got this far, right? So we got here, those two. We got those two. We got those two. So I think we hit every combination of two. So the color wheel says, what does it say? It says to get oh wow. So we might actually get cyan out of this. I think we're gonna get cyan, we're gonna get magenta, we're gonna get yellow, we don't need yellow. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another resistor value and just put something kinda high. Okay, this will work. So I can dim the one LED, and then hopefully that'll give us the what do you call it? The kind of cool color profile we want. And I only bought 3 different value LEDs. You really can't. You would think the LED, if you just got twice the resistance value, it'll be twice as brighter. It's not really true because the human eye doesn't perceive that way. Like technically it is brighter, twice as much, but it's not really the case. Your eyes just don't look that way. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll give this one here something a little stronger, so we'll make that LED weaker. And then we'll put stronger value, or the weaker value, on this one here. Oh, no, that's the one I wanted. Man, this camera is so good. This is like a cheapy it's a manual focus camera. It's super cheap. It's like got these 2 levers for focusing and depth. Yeah, I'll show you. That's it. I don't know if you remember the very first stream I did, and the second one too. I had to use magnifying glasses with the camera that I'm using right now. and it was super hard to solder. I couldn't see anything. I was like soldering half blind. It worked, but I couldn't do it with this kind of stuff. It's too small. I gotta get my hands in there. Alright, that's it then. Well, almost, right? We still need the connectors. There we go. I actually moved everything downstairs. Steph and I were going crazy. We had parts everywhere upstairs on the kitchen counter. We had it on the table. We had it in the living room. It was like you would just pour a box, like some cereal into a bowl. You just see arcade parts falling out. You'd lift the toilet seat. You just have like arcade 6 points. No, just joking. It was pretty bad though. It was like it was everywhere. You couldn't turn a corner without seeing like a shuriken or an LED board. So we decided to move everything downstairs in the garage, and it's way better. It's like we can breathe again. It was bad. It was really bad. Couldn't believe how bad it was. It's way more manageable now. It's not done yet. We still needed a computer down here and the printer. Alright, that's it. So I have a box fan right now behind the oven with the window up behind it open, because when you have that stuff melting, it's like, it smells terrible. It's the flux that's like evaporating. So I need something to be able to just exhaust it out. In the future I'm gonna put like a little hood and it just kind of will suck it out. But right now a box fan is good enough. I'll probably open the other window also. Probably open the door. That should be good enough. Alright, so I started it. I'm gonna see if I can somehow like point the camera at the what do you call it? At the components, just so you can see it melt. I have a good 5 minutes to set up. Actually, I think it's possible. Let's see. that bad. Actually, that's not so bad. That's pretty good. So right now, shaky cam, yeah. So right now, what's gonna happen is, for people who don't know what solder paste is, it has to go, right? You kind of have to, you gotta like preheat it to a certain temperature, kind of like you would for food, and then you gotta like sharply increase, like kind of linearly, sharply increase, and then you gotta it's called soaking. You get the temperature, and then you kind of like soak a little bit, and you're not really increasing, but you're like very slowly increasing, and then you'll actually stay there for a while, then you'll sharply increase again, hit the peak temperature, stay there for a little bit, and then you cool down. That's basically it. And then you wait for it to cool down for like 5 minutes. If you Google solder paste profile, you'll see what I mean. It's like this weird, like double hump kind of profile. It has to be very particular, very precise. For leaded solder paste, not so much. For lead free, it's kind of picky. It's kind of like temperamental. So let's see. Right now, we're still increasing it, and the transition is very fast. So if you wanna see it happen, you might want to pay attention to the footage the entire time, because it's gonna just go. Maybe look at you see where the warning sign is? Those blank pads, the one that has no resistor on it, the closest one to you. Look at that. You'll see the solder just instantaneously change. Right now it's soaking, so you're not gonna like soaking in the heat. It's not getting there yet. I'll let you guys know when it's about to do that. Sometimes it doesn't get the temperature and the oven says, hey, I can't do it. But I think this will do it. I've done way more boards at one time, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, it's still heating up okay. So we're about maybe like a minute or two away until you'll see it turn from solder paste to solder. Just to give you an idea, the temperature right now in the oven is 107 degrees Celsius. It's just staying around that temperature for a while. It's soaking, they call it. Alright, now it's ramping up. You should be seeing it maybe change states pretty soon. Usually it happens during the ramping, and right now we're ramping up. We're at 182 degrees Celsius, 184 degrees Celsius, 186 degrees Celsius, 190, around 220, 230 is when it peaks, and now you're starting to see a change. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you look now, it's shinier. It's undergoing that change right now. No, it's pretty quick. So right now, I'm gonna go just off camera for a second. I'm gonna go babysit it because what happens is when it cools down, this is a convection oven for like food, right? Someone transformed it to be like a PCB tool. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the camera doesn't fall over when it opens the door. So I'll be back in a second. So right now we're at 252 degrees Celsius. That's about where it peaks. Alright, so now it's in the cooling stage. All that flux that was sucked out of the window, I don't even smell it. You don't smell it, right? No, so that fan in that box area placement is great. Downstairs is like the best place to be for this stuff. So right now you're not gonna really see anything change. It's just whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and open the door to kind of speed up the cooling process. So it's been about 7 minutes since it's been to the oven. And if you think about it, it's pretty fast. 7 minutes to 10 minutes, like complete cycle 12 minutes with cooling, and you got a board working. It's pretty good for an at-home kind of setup. It's kind of hard for complicated boards, but it's not bad for this kind of thing. So it's perfect for a stream. Too bad more people are not here to see it. You're missing out. Let's just test the focus on this. It's pretty bad. Oh, that's way better. Okay. You know you have good focus and you can see all the crap on the board, all the dirt. So right now the oven dipped down to 100 degrees Celsius. It plays like a little tune. It's kind of like your laundromat or dishwasher. It might play a little music. So it's done. I have to wait until the board is about 50 degrees Celsius. It'll still be kind of hot to the touch. But I have gloves anyway, so it's pretty good. It's not gonna bother me. And I know this is wood, but it's not gonna get anything. Use like this piece here, just so you know, it doesn't burn the crap out of me when I take it out of the oven. Alright, we're at 75 now. Pretty close. Is the power supply upstairs? Yeah. And then we'll take it apart and put a power supply to it and see what happens. It might not work at all. I don't know. This is super experimental. I'm gonna use this guy here. So I don't know if you saw on the front page of our website, we have like all those player LED boards lit up. This is the harness for it. It's like a Hydra harness. I had to custom make it to power them all at one time. Super beefy. At some point, we're gonna have to get all the streams. You okay?
Yeah.
You get scared, right? Yeah, but at some point we have to get all the streams like saved on YouTube or something. We've been recording it. Every stream we record, we just haven't published them to YouTube. Prepping the power supply up. Power supply is ready. Ooh, that's hot. Woo! Alright, well while it's cooling down, we can still inspect it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Get the focus a little better. Yeah, that's pretty good. I was afraid that these wouldn't solder that well, but it looks like they soldered super nice. These soldered okay? Yeah, they look fine. You see how much tolerance you have? It just kind of, it's like the solder the flux is in there, right? So it just moves straight to the solder pad. Yeah, look awesome. Alright, so this might be tricky. This is going to be the snapping part. So what I do is I just take some pliers, try your best to snap it on the score line. See, they just snap right off. It just snaps just like that. So it's easy to take it apart. Alright. Hey, it looks pretty cool. So if you can see it, you see the see that red and that blue there? It's like right here. Red and blue. And that's part of the reason why everybody wanted RGB for all the colors, like really badly, but I kind of wanted single colors because it's pure, right? You just have one light, so you don't have this weird effect going on. It doesn't look so bad. I do see the magenta here, right there. Huh? I'm gonna try. So let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. I need like a frosty piece of whatever. Oh, I got it right here. This thing.
That looks purple from here.
Yeah, it gets far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's pretty good because if you have a panel that's kind of far away, like maybe like a centimeter or so, that looks pretty purple. It's hard to tell on the camera, but you can see the red and the blue next to each other, but it looks purplish. I wonder what it looks like in a light pipe. 'Cause that actually should be able to carry all the light in one spot. So we're gonna try. Not bad. But I think a light pipe will show it better. So I'm gonna get a light pipe. Give it a shot. I think it looks better. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Show the camera. So here's one light pipe. Yeah, you see? You see like the fringes of the red and the blue? It's like escaping from the ends over here. Red and blue. If you look here, it looks pretty magenta here. That wasn't that bad. That picture probably not. You'd have to HDR it or something. I mean, you could try. You want to try the picture? No, just come here. point it over here. And let the light. You gotta zoom in though. Let's look.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it shows a little better because I think it's the lighting too.
Yeah. Put it on Discord.
Yeah.
So Steph's gonna put it on Discord just so you kind of see what we're seeing. It's not bad. So let's try this board. It looks weird. This is like a... I think it's supposed to be yellow. Yeah. You see it, right? You see how the reason why I stuck to using the actual single color LEDs, because I feel like the spread for RGB ones, it'll show all the colors. When you want just one color, you really should just get one single color LED. Oh, I see the solder.
Really spread too much in the case.
Huh?
It spread too much in the case.
I don't know, maybe. I should just give it to some people to try it out.
It's on the discs.
Let's show the light pipe. Yeah, you can see the light pipe helps focus a lot. See how it's kind of gold over here? You see the fringes of the red and the green? So that wasn't that bad. Let's try a different one out. They're kind of bright too. They're decent. I wouldn't say they're as bright as the other ones that we have. But I think it's still pretty good for a stick. I mean, it's not meant for lighting, right? It's for indication. This one looks like... It looks like magenta again. It looks maybe a little better. Yeah, I think this one looks better. Yeah, I think this one's way better. Steph, come here. I think this is better.
Ooh.
That one's better.
That one looks better.
Like by a lot.
Can I? Let me see with my eyes. That's like a magenta. Like a.
Yeah.
It has a pink tone to it.
Yeah,
Too.
magenta. Or pink. You can call it pink.
It's a deeper pink.
Yeah.
Can you go a little more? Like towards me?
It's pretty good.
The color like looks weird on the wood surface.
Yeah, it does. So we got one left. This one came out really well. This is like a light blue. This is a pretty nice one. You want to check this one out?
Yeah.
For some reason, these protos they made like the light pipe holes too small on the one side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I might have to change that so it doesn't mess up.
Ooh, that's a nice blue.
That's a nice one, right?
Yeah, it's like a icy blue.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, but from this angle, it looks green. From
Yeah,
a certain angle.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's green,
like,
it's green
yeah,
on there
yeah,
too.
yeah, that's interesting. So does that mean if it's laying on a case, depending on the angle, it'll show a different color?
Yeah, but as long as you have it flat, you're okay. Or I can use this. Yeah, say, look. How it blends.
Let me see. Low battery. Would
It's
it-
not bad.
Would it show, would the purple show better going through the bag?
Let me try. Not this one. This one, right? No, is it this one? This is a better one. That's the better one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's cool.
It's hard to get on camera. It's there. I don't know. I mean, are you sold on the RGB ones?
Do you see it has
I don't know. Yeah, it's like it's hard to know unless you put it into a case. We should put it on a case. Hey V, you have the you got a white case, right? For your stick. Do you want to try one of these out on your case? maybe the cyan or the light blue. Oh, really? Is that easy? Yeah, why not? I want to get your opinion on this because, I mean, it's hard to tell when I'm looking at it with my eyes. Like, I see the blue and I see the green, and it's weird because you see both colors on the sides, but you don't see it in the middle, right? Because they're kind of combining. I don't know how it looks in white plexi. If it's gonna look kind of weird or not. Light pipe looks pretty good. But on the plexi, I'm not too sure because I don't have like opaque plexi like you have. So yeah, I'll give this one to you. I'll shift this one over to you. Let me Huh? Yeah, pack it right now. Why not? We're here. Here, we'll do it right now. See? V. That one. Light blue. Ice blue. I don't know how to call it. There it is. Bang. Test it out. Let me know how it goes. This one, I think butter one or the magenta one. He's asking for it. There's two of them here. Two magentas. One is kind of weird. This one looks a lot better though. And then you have this weird like yellow one. It's like a, I don't know what they're called. It's like a jungle yellow white. I don't know what this is. That's strange. Hey, Foba, you still there? Maybe he's gone. That's alright. What I'll do, I'll just give these other two to somebody else. Maybe Foba, if he's here, I can give him one of these. It's weird, it's like a lighter purple on this one. Yeah, this is more like pink. It's like pink.
It's a pinkish purple.
Yeah, it's like a pinkish purple. It's like magenta, and the other one's kind of like, I don't know what to call the other one.
It does have a purple tone to it though.
Yeah, but it's not quite.
It's not quite purple.
No, not really.
Like a hot.
I think, you know what I'll do? I think next time I know how to get purple, I think.
Yeah.
Like a nice purple. Because if you look here, so you guys can see it too. Where is it? This guy here, it's this value resistor is 3 times bigger than this one, right? So this one is not passing as much color through. So just by judging at it, right, there's no green. So this must be, that's the green one right here. That's green. And red shining the brightest, right? So it's got to be this one. So it's going to be RGB. That's blue. For sure. So what I'll do is I'll give this one a butter because I think he wanted to get like a pink or a magenta one. We'll see how that one goes. And then these other two, whoever wants them, I guess we'll do it that way. The only thing that sucks about RGB is that it takes way more power. Like for example, this one right here that I'm lighting up, it's taking 64 milliamps. That's a lot for small electronics. That's like 64, 32. The Brookboard should still be able to power it though. Should be able to power up like 50 milliamps, just okay. So we're hitting like the threshold here. Let's back this one up. Someone get butter on the stream. Where's that guy? Yeah, that's a good one. It's pink. Alright, well, that's two out there. I think we're good then. I think that's all I wanted to test because we just tried out all the combinations. I think that's really it. There's not too much really to test. I'll play with the color combinations. It works. The board works just fine. How bad would it be if I turned them all on and they don't work at all? That would have sucked. So yeah, V, I'll send you over this this like light blue one or cyan one. I'll probably send it tomorrow, like first class mail. It should work. I mean, I know it's, you know, let me just do like a check on the current. The bookboard should be able to do it. Oh yeah, it can do it. That's 50, so 50, 25. Yeah, it should do it. I just don't know how bright it's gonna be. I guess just let me know if it's worth sending out, like for release. The only problem is these will be more expensive, because it's an RGB LED. Alright, yeah, let's call it a night then. Thanks for, you know, in your UFB case? Yeah, that worked just fine. UFB should do it just fine. But yeah, no, thanks for hopping on the stream and doing some just random testing. I should do this more often, just random testing, like not having any prep, just try it. Of course, I say that now until something fails. Watch me try something, the whole board catches on fire, and they go, I'm not gonna buy that guy's stuff. That guy's still catching on fire. It sucks. That thing sucks ass. So, alright guys, yeah. I'll catch you guys later. I'll be on Discord. Probably just lurking around. So yeah, see you in your mailbox in maybe like 5 days. Fire bad. Alright, see ya.